I'm not trying to define anything. Hold on. I'm not trying to define anything. I'm just trying to play my role. That's it. I'm just trying to play my role. You know, if God gives me a revelation, about it, then, cool, cool. I mean, I know I'm always seeking on my spirit. Everything is always seeking more understanding all the time. But in this season, I'm I'm being I'm being a verb, if that makes sense. Like I'm in action. And open to allowing God to, use me in a different setting, in a different plot. Because honestly, when I was in ministry, I felt like I was missing something that everybody knew that I didn't know. Like I couldn't portray, excuse me, y'all. I couldn't portray my gifts like I wanted to, or I just didn't have the key like to unlock it. Like I was only able to give what's on the surface when I was in ministry. And I always felt like there's gotta be another way, like, because I cannot figure out how they are just tapping in to their gifts like that. Like how I know, like, people grow in, like I'm watching people that's been in ministry less time than me and they growing and they get it, but I don't get it. I don't get how you just call it forth, like how you just, and I remembered when I was a little younger Christian, I asked God to make my gifts and make his anointing second nature to me. And I didn't want to know, when I was being used until after the fact, because I didn't want to be a distraction, and I didn't want to taint it. I didn't want to be aware of it because I didn't want my flesh to jump in. So I remember when I was younger asking God that, like, God, I don't even have to, like, make it second nature. Let it just be a part of me and let it just come out. And I remember having that prayer, and I knew exactly what I was saying, but it's just crazy how in tune I was with the desires that I had about my gifts and how I would love for them to be betrayed, and just being able to protect them in the spirit realm. And that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to protect my gifts from myself because I know that mentally I know my triggers, and I know that the enemy could use myself against me. So that was a prayer that I had. Lord, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Just do it. Just do it. Just let it come out. I want to get to a point where it just comes out. It just comes out. And I can know later, like, oh, look at God. Well, come on through then. Hello. I like that, and I appreciate that. Sometimes I'll be like, man, God, I didn't even know, man, at that time. But then I'm like, if I did know, I would have got all in my head and be like, oh, God, you know what? You could say this too. Girl, shut up. Shut up. So, yeah. So I'm starting to learn, a lot of those questions are starting to be revealed. I'm starting to have a better understanding, because it really goes back to things that I asked God for. It goes back to things that I forgot, because at the time I wasn't ready. So it really, like, he's like, after I'm ready, he brings back, remember when you asked me, remember when, you wanted this, you wanted to present yourself like this. So now when I ask God for stuff, I make sure I'm very specific. So when it comes to pass, I remember, oh yeah, I did. And he did it just like that. Oh, look at that. So I make sure I'm specific when I ask God for stuff.